Junk Monster 3, and it is time for the long-awaited top 5 of the month for June. Sorry it's been quite some time, but I've been busy with other stuff, so yeah, but here the video is, so let's begin right away. At number 5 spot we got a horror movie which I was like on the hunt for this movie for quite some time, and I always forgot to pick it up. And it is one of the French extreme horror movies that came out in like this French extreme horror wave or whatever you want to call it. And the movie is Switchblade, sorry for the glare by the way, Switchblade Romance, also known as High Tension, also known as Hot Tension. I know it's like really weird with that, all those titles. And this one also comes with the English dub and the French language as well. So, but I prefer the original language because I never like dubbed movies, or I do think some dubbed movies can be really funny and entertaining to watch just because it looks so cheesy and stupid. But yeah, I prefer the original language or audio for this. So yeah, Switchblade Romance, also known as High Tension, also known as Hot Tension, at number 5. Really cool extreme horror movies. If you like extreme horror movies, check it out right away. And then at number 4 we have a newer slasher movie that came out back in 2010. And I must say this is sort of a throwback 80s type horror movie. And the movie is called Maskmaker, and this is also known as Masquerade. I think the original title is Masquerade, so yeah. And this is, yeah, like I said, mentioned before, this is your typical 80s horror movie. It's about some sort of bizarre past and about a killer that, yeah, a person that turns into a killer after his traumatic childhood. And yeah, we've all seen it before. It's nothing special about this story in general, but I just loved it just because it was sort of an homage to the 80s, and I think it's quite well done as well. Now I don't say that the acting or anything is like spectacular, but it has Michael Berryman in it, and it also has Treat Williams in it, even though Treat Williams' character doesn't really have that big role in it. But yeah, it actually says on the back that it is an homage to Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, if you like those old school horror movies, I think you'll enjoy this as well. So yeah, Maskmaker, also known as Masquerade, number 4. I also think that movie is a little bit underrated as well, because it doesn't really have that high rating on the movie database. So yeah. And then at number 3, we have another horror movie that came out back in 1989, and this also has Bruce Campbell in it, and it is the movie called Moontrap. Really love this cover art, by the way. I'm not really sure if this is the uncut version or not. It said like different things on the movie database, but sometimes I've realized that the movies that have this PAL system runs a little bit faster than the movies that has this NTCS, I think it's called NTCS format or whatever. But now the movie itself, I think it's a really good movie, and I think the acting is great. The thing that I like the most about this movie though is the atmosphere. It feels like Alien in a way. I mean, it grows like, it crawls under your skin. You don't really know what's going to happen next. So that's one of the biggest things that I like about this movie. That, yeah. So yeah, check this one out if you haven't seen it. Moontrap at number 3. And at number 2 we actually have an action movie. And now probably many of you are going to be like, oh my god, you think this movie is better than those that you already mentioned. But it was something about this movie that I really enjoyed. I think it was cheesy and it was stupid, but it was so entertaining and enjoyable to watch. So yeah, and I also do prefer this over the first one. So yeah, it is Delta Force 2 with Chuck Norris. And this also has Billy Drago in it as the bad guy. I don't really think I've recognized any of the other actors or the other characters, but this is a Canon movie, so if you know that company, you basically know what to expect. They released a bunch of like really crazy and weird action movies in the past, so yeah. And I had also read somewhere that Chuck Norris, that they asked him to do Delta Force 3, but he refused because this movie had a bunch of stunts, and this is known for having stunts that a lot of people, like, they actually died during the making of this film because of a helicopter crash or something. So yeah, but yeah, Delta Force 2 at number 2, really entertaining action movie. And at number 1 is I don't really know what to say, if this is like a horror or a thriller or drama, but it's something between all those genres. And the movie is Flowers in the Attic. I think this has been remade in like a couple of years ago, but I'm not interested to see that whatsoever, because I think this one is a masterpiece and I think more people should see it. It has Louise Fletcher in it, and she is really evil in this, and manipulates, and yeah, she's just so creepy in this. I think her performance in it is probably the best thing about the whole movie, and I think even the child actors in this does a great job, or the younger actors. Yeah, I don't really want to spoil anything, but it's about a family that the father in the family dies, and they basically don't really have any money left, and they're forced to move, and they move in with their evil grandmother, Louise Fletcher, of course, and yeah, things start to go crazy. So yeah, Flowers in the Attic at number 1, really entertaining horror movie, or thriller. I think you can say it's more of a thriller or drama movie. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it until you get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.